Hello, good evening everyone. How are you all? So in today's second day of this amazing series which we are conducting at sisyaclass about 10th exam, board exam, important topics. The first topic already Rishabh sir took in the previous session. I hope you all enjoyed and your concepts would be clear and you also got to know important questions for your exam as well. Your exam is on 10th of March and in the same series, in the continuation, this today's session we are conducting, and in today's session I'm going to tell you about trigonometry and its application. So before we start, let me tell you a small bit about the exam prep one week booster course which is going on at sisyaclass. If you have too much to study, too little time, cover the most important topics in just 1 week with the top IIT and NIT teachers of India. We are providing maths, coding, robotics as well as science. So this 1 week booster course is just for 29 rupees and it is live, limited period offer. You can go and check in the sisyaclass app. You can go to our website as well. Whichever class you are in, class 1, 2, you can tell your friends as well. You are in class 10, we are providing all these things. Class 1, 2, 3, if your brother, sister is there, you can inform them also about sisyaclass. We have top IIT and NIT experts all at your service. So before I start this session, let me introduce myself. My name is Srikesh. I have completed my education from IIT Gandhinagar. I have more than 8 years of teaching experience in mathematics, and in these 8 years, I've taught and mentored more than 1 lakh students. A lot of these students are studying in IITs, NITs and other reputed universities across the world. So that's about me, students. So in today's session, the complete aim and focus is all about trigonometry. In trigonometry, I'll be making you understand each and every important concepts in a quick revision manner, and we'll be seeing some important questions which I feel from my side, and also I have taken mostly previous year questions also which have already been coming in your board exam. Same type of questions you can expect this time also on 10th of March. Okay, so let us start. As you all know, this is one of the application of trigonometry. You would have learned this in your school as well. I'm just briefly telling you, at the end of the class, if you learn perfectly, you will be able to find this as well. If you know this angle, this is the real life application. Lighthouse, they shine a light on the ship. How far is the ship from the shore? Only 2 things you know. This angle can be measured using an angle measuring instrument which is already installed in this lighthouse tower. Now, if this angle is known to you, whatever this angle is, let's say 30 degree, if this angle is, and if you know the height of the tower, you can easily find out how far is the ship. This is the power of trigonometry, and this is one of the real life applications, and this is what we are going to learn today in this class as well. But before we start, there are certain concepts which are very important for you all to remember. The first concept is angle sum property. The angle sum property states that the sum of interior angles, all the interior angles A, B, C, will be equal to 180 degree. This is something which is very important. Okay, so you may note this down. The second important concept for trigonometry is Pythagoras theorem. I hope you all know this. Hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. This H is for hypotenuse, this P is for perpendicular, this B is for base. Now what is the hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is the longest side of a right triangle. In this case, always it is opposite to 90 degree, and in this case it is AC. This is the hypotenuse. This AB is the perpendicular. This BC is the base. So the Pythagoras theorem for this situation, for this triangle, will look like this. AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. So this is something which is also important for us. Now let's get started with some important concepts. Quick recap. Trigonometry is made of 2 words. The first is trigonon, which means triangle. The second is metron, which means measure. Now these 2 are Greek words. Trigonon is a Greek word. Again, metron is again a Greek word. So you would have got an indication that trigonometry was developed by Greek mathematicians. So when Greek mathematicians, they were learning about triangles, they found out that if the angle is fixed, for example, in this triangle which we have over here, ABC, it is right angled at A, the angle at C is 30 degree, the angle at B is 60 degree. The angles are fixed. The ratio of the sides, if you see over here, AB by BC is coming out to be 1 by 2. 2 by 3.5, it will come out to be 1 by 2. AC by BC will come out to be 8 by 7. 3.5 by 4, it will work out to be 8 by 7. AB by AC will work out to be 4 by 7. So all these ratios, even if I increase the side length, if I double the side length or triple the side length, it will remain the same. Let me show you here. If you try to figure out what is the ratio, find out what is AB by AC. It will still be 4 by 7. Other ratios will still be same, like this. AB by BC will be 1 by 2. AB by AC will be 4 by 7. AC by BC will be 8 by 7. So this is something which is same. So what they planned, let's name these ratios. Let's name these ratios, right? And these ratios are nothing but these ratios are only called trigonometric ratios. I hope everyone is on the same page. The ratios do not change for the fixed angle. So these ratios are known as trigonometric ratios. Okay, these ratios are called trigonometric ratio. They vary based on the value of angle, and angle again is denoted by this symbol theta. This again is a Greek symbol theta. So if I fix this angle, there are 6 trigonometric ratio which we are going to learn. One is sine theta. If I fix this angle at C to be theta, sine theta is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. Opposite means with respect to this angle theta, the opposite side is AB. Yes, the opposite side is AB. This is very, very important. This terminology is very, very important. Opposite side. For theta, the opposite side is AB. If I consider theta and if I ask you what is the adjacent side to theta, you will say the adjacent side is just on the side of this, right? This one. This BC is the adjacent side. And there is only one hypotenuse in a right triangle, which is AC in this case, opposite to the 90-degree angle, hypotenuse. This is the hypotenuse. So these 3 sides need to be remembered with respect to one reference angle which is provided over here is theta. So sine of theta, sine trigonometric ratio with respect to this angle C or sine theta is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. Here the opposite side is AB, the hypotenuse is AC. AB by AC is sine theta. Same way we have cos theta as well. Cos theta is adjacent side. This is the adjacent side upon hypotenuse. This is cos theta. Then we have tangent theta, tan theta. Tan theta is the ratio between the opposite side and the adjacent side. Now you'll be wondering, sir, only for this angle do we have this? If I change the angle, let's say if I do this as alpha, then can you tell me what will be tan theta? Can anyone type in the chat box? Can anyone type in the chat box what will be tan alpha? Value of tan alpha. Type in chat box. I can see a lot of you have joined in the live session as well. I can see a lot of you are there. So what will be tan alpha? So with respect to alpha, what is the opposite side? With respect to alpha, what is the opposite side? With respect to alpha, the opposite side is BC, right? With respect to this alpha, the adjacent side is AB. So this will be opposite by adjacent, which is BC by AB. Correct? I really appreciate your replies. Let's move ahead. Let's quickly move ahead. These are the other important ratios which I am going to tell. But before that, these are the other important ratios: cosec theta, sec theta, cot theta. But before we get into this, there is a very neat way to remember this. SOHCAHTOA. How do you learn this mnemonic? This is a mnemonic which will help you remember all these trigonometric ratios in a very easy way. You can read it as SOHCAHTOA. SOH, SOHCAHTOA. S means sine. Sine is opposite side by hypotenuse. Cosine is adjacent side by hypotenuse. Tangent, tan of any angle is opposite side by adjacent side. So SOHCAHTOA, if you remember, you will be easily able to remember all these 3 fundamental trigonometric ratios. Now, sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, if you have remembered, right, you can easily remember the other 3 ratios, because the other 3 ratios are just the reciprocal of these ratios. Let me show you over here. Cosec theta is just the reverse of sine theta. This is just the reverse of sine theta. Sine theta was opposite side by hypotenuse. This is similarly hypotenuse by opposite side. Same way, secant of theta is reciprocal of cos theta. Cotangent or cot, in short, cot of theta is reciprocal or reverse of tan theta. So this is very, very important. This comes to use in a lot of multiple choice question in your board exam. So this knowledge is very, very important. And one more thing which I'll tell you, which is also important. So this thing you remember, sine theta is equal to 1 by cosec theta, cos theta is equal to 1 by sec theta, tan theta is equal to 1 by cot theta. This is important. And one more important thing is tan theta is also equal to sine theta by cos theta. If you divide sine theta and cos theta, right? Sine theta is opposite side by hypotenuse. Cos theta is opposite side by hypotenuse. Cos theta is adjacent side by hypotenuse. If you divide these two, sine theta and cos theta, what will you get? Opposite by adjacent, right? Hypotenuse will get cancelled out. This will get cancelled out. Opposite by adjacent. And what is opposite by adjacent? Tan theta. So tan theta is sine theta by cos theta, number one thing. And the additional thing which you need to know. Another thing is cot theta. What will cot theta become? So simply opposite 1 by tan theta, cos theta by sine theta. Okay. In the same way, cot theta will become cos theta by sine theta. Is this clear to everyone? I can see each and every one of you are replying in the chat box. Let's now move ahead. Now this much concept till now what we have covered. Based on this, what all questions can be asked in your exam and what all previous year questions have been asked in your exam, let's discuss that. Till here the concept is clear, right? Okay, let's get, this was a quick recap. If anyone has any doubts, you can let me know in the chat box. Okay, let's start with the previous year questions and some important questions which I feel will be very, very important for your grade 10. Okay, let's start with this one question. If sine A is equal to 3 by 4, calculate all the other trigonometric ratio. So what is sine A? So such questions is 3 by 4. Such questions are solved by making a triangle. So if I have to make a triangle, let me make a triangle, right angle triangle over here. So all these trigonometric ratios for grade 10 which we are focusing on is only for right angle triangles. Okay, when we will go to higher grades like 11th and 12th, you will be focusing on cosine and sine laws, and you will be understanding how to apply sine of any angle or sine, cosine to normal triangles as well. But for now, for grade 10, only right angle triangle is our focus. So I'll draw a right angle triangle which is right angled over here. Let's say this point is B. Let's say this point is C. And let me say this point is A and this is the angle A. Now sine of A is 3 by 4. What is sine of A? Can anyone type in the chat box? What is sine of A? Which two sides the ratio will be take? We will take the ratio of opposite side by hypotenuse, right? So I'll do opposite by hypotenuse. So this is what I will do. What is the opposite side? Opposite side for this angle A is BC. This is the opposite side. So BC, I'll write over here BC. Upon hypotenuse, what is the hypotenuse? AC. AC is the hypotenuse. This is the hypotenuse. What is the adjacent side? Adjacent side is BA or AB. So BC by AC will be my ratio of sine A. So if BC by AC is there, so BC by AC is given to be 3 by 4. Given in the question is, given to us sine A is equal to 3 by 4. So BC by AC is equal to 3 by 4. Got it? Now we have the ratio of BC and AC. We can say that let BC be 3, some multiple of this ratio, number 3. AC be some multiple of 4. We can write it in that way. Let me write let BC is equal to 3x. AC is equal to 4x. Let me take some multiple. Now can anyone tell me what will be the value of AB? One more side is there. There is a relation to find this out, right? There's a relation to find this out. If BC is equal to 3x, AC is equal to 4x, what will be the value of the other number, other side? Let me erase this and I will write it over here itself. Just a second, give me a second. Yeah. So let me erase this over here and I'll write it over here. So sine of A is 3 by 4, it is mentioned. So we have found out that BC is equal to 3x and AC is equal to 4x. Let's quickly use the Pythagoras theorem. Someone typed in the chat box Pythagoras theorem. Let's use the Pythagoras theorem to find this out. Okay. So let's use the Pythagoras theorem. So by Pythagoras theorem in triangle ABC, in right angle triangle ABC, which is right angled at B, we can say that hypotenuse square is equal to opposite side or perpendicular square plus base square. So I will write AC square is equal to BC square plus AB square. I can write it in this way. So AC is given to me 4x the whole square is equal to BC square is 3x the whole square plus AB square. Correct? So AB square. Now if I solve this, I'll get 16x square is equal to 9x square plus AB square. Now what will be the value of AB square? AB square will become 16 minus 9, which is 7x square. Yes, correct. 16 minus 9 is 7x square. Now AB square is equal to 7x square, then AB will turn out to be square root of 7x square, which is root 7x. Clear? This till here it is clear. So we have found out the value of AB as well, which is coming out to be root 7x, root 7 times x. Now as soon as you have the value of AB, you can easily find out all the trigonometric ratios. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes, right? Do we need to find each and every trigonometric ratio? I'll find out one or two so that every one of us is on the same page. Let's quickly find out all the trigonometric ratios. So this is the only thing which you need to use, which is use the Pythagoras theorem to find out all the sides. Okay, once you find out all the sides, this comes out to be 4x. This is 4x, it was given to us. Correct? This is 3x, it was given to us. This comes out to be root 7x. Now what will be cos A? Cos A. Cos A will be adjacent by hypotenuse. Adjacent by hypotenuse. So adjacent side is BA. Hypotenuse is AC. So this will come out to be root 7x upon 4x. So x will get cancelled. The answer for cos A will be root 7 by 4. Clear? This is clear to each and every one of you. I hope all of us are on the same page. Now same way you can find out the other ratios as well. Tan A will be opposite by adjacent side. Opposite side is 3x, adjacent side is root 7. So x will get cancelled, root 3 by root 7. Tan A will become 3 by root 7. Same way, cosec A, it will be reverse of sin A, 4 by 3. Secant of A, it will be reverse of cos A, 4 by root 7. Same way, cot A, it will be reverse of tan A. Cot A will come out to be root 7 by 3. So all the trigonometric ratios you can find out easily. The whole idea is use the Pythagoras theorem and do not write the side length directly. 3 and 4 are not the side lengths. You need to use 3x and 4x. Okay. I hope this is clear. Next question. This was asked in 2023 in multiple choice question for 1 marks. If 2 tan A is equals to 3, then find the value of 4 sin A plus 3 cos A by 4 sin A minus 3 cos A. How can we do this? There is a very easy way to do this. In the question, it is given 2 tan A is equals to 3, right? So I can write tan A is equals to 3 by 2. This is the information which I have. Now in order to solve this, I can solve this very easily. Tan A is 3 by 2. Then what will be the value of cot A? Cot A also we need not go into that. Let's divide on top and bottom by cos A. Divide by top and bottom by cos A. Divide by cos A. This is 1 mark question, right? Numerator. So we need to find out the faster way to solve this, not a slow way to solve this. Okay, in numerator and denominator. Correct? So numerator and denominator, if I divide by cos A, what will happen? 4 sin A by cos A, 4 tan A. Plus 3 cos A by cos A, 3. Correct? 3 cos A by cos A, 3. 4 sin A by cos A, tan A. Minus 3 cos A by cos A, 3 only. Now what is tan A? Everyone, what is tan A? Now we have the information, 3 by 2, we can use that information. 4 into 3 by 2 plus 3 by 4 into 3 by 2 minus 3. So when you solve this, 4 3s are 12 by 2, 6, 6 plus 3, 6 minus 3. 6 plus 3 is 9, 6 minus 3 is 3. 9 by 3 by 3 is 3. The answer is option C, 3. Clear? I hope this is clear to each and every one of you. Don't use, again, don't make the triangle. Not always you will make the triangle, right? If you make the triangle, write down A, B, C, it will take too much time. Slow. Use the Pythagoras theorem, slow. Don't use the Pythagoras theorem. Use this. Be smart, right? Divide by cos A in numerator and denominator, you will get tan A. You can easily form tan A. Clear? I hope everyone is on the same page. This is a faster way. Okay, so let's move ahead. So this type of questions can be asked from the basics. Now let's quickly recap the trigonometric ratios values at important standard angles. There are certain standard angles which are there in trigonometry which are used in. I'm not saying that each and every value will not have a value for each and every angle will not have a value for the trigonometric ratio. Every angle will have a value. If it does not have a value, it will not be defined. Okay, but these standard angles are something which is very, very important, which are used in daily life. 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree and 60 degree and 90 degree. These 5 angles you all need to remember very, very must. Okay, now how to remember this in easy way? So sine A is 0, sine 30 is 1 by 2, sine 45 degrees 1 by root 2, sine 60 degrees root 3 by 2, sine 90 degrees 1, cos A is 1. You see there is a pattern. Cos A is reverse, right? Cos 0 is 1, sine 90 is 1. If I know sine A, I can easily find out cos A. Reverse of sine A, correct? Reverse of sine A, yes or no? Same way, now divide sine A and cos A. If you divide sine A and cos A, you will get tan A. 0 by 1, 0. 0 and 1 you divide, 0. 1 by 2 divide by root 3 by 2, you will get 1 by 3. This and this you divide. Sine A divide by cos A. The values of sine A, you divide with cos A, you will get tan A. 45 degree 1 by root 2, cos 45 degree 1 by root 2. This and this you divide, you will get 1. Root 3 by 2 divide by 1 by 2, you will get root 3. 1 divide by 0. Any number cannot be divided by 0. If you divide by 0, it will be not defined. So that is not defined. Now, if you know sine A, cos A, tan A, the others are even more easy. This is reciprocal. We already discussed. Cot A is reciprocal 1 by tan A. Sec is reciprocal of cos A. Cosec A is reciprocal of sine A. So all of these things you can easily find out. Now, in order to remember this also, now some students also face difficulty in remembering this also, right? You face difficulty, what is sine 0 is 0, I can remember, sine 91 I can remember, but it is difficult for me to remember sine 30, sine 45, sine 60. For you, you can use this method. You remember sine of an angle at values 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree. If you want to know, you just remember this trick. Square root inside that 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. In order 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, everyone can remember, right? You can remember 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. You remember the angle 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree. Use this to finally derive the complete table. Once you put over here, sine 0 degree will be equal to root of 0 by 2. Root of 0 is 0. 0 by 2, 0. Same way, sine 30 degree. Sine 30 degree, let me do it over here. Sine 30 degree second, root of 1 by 2, which is root of 1 is 1. 1 by 2. Sine 45 degree, root of 2 by 2, which you, when you rationalize, you will get root 2 by square root of 2 into square root of 2, which is 1 by root 2. Again, sine 60 degree, square root of 3 divided by 2. Sine 90 degree, you will get square root of 4 divided by 2, which is 2 by 2, that is 1. So all the values you can use this way only. Okay. If you know, once you know sine table 0, 1 by 2, 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2, 1, you can easily derive the other way, other trigonometric ratios as well very easily using this. Okay. Reverse of sine A. Cos A is just reverse of sine A. Tan A divide sine A and cos A. Cot A divide 1 by tan A. Sec A 1 by cos A. Cosec A 1 by sine A. So this is very, very important for you all to remember. So this is very important. So this will be very, very important. A lot of questions, a lot of multiple choice questions come directly from this. If you know the values, and 2 marks questions also. 2 marks and 3 marks questions sometimes also you can get from this, which is very, very important for you to remember the values directly. Directly the values 1 by 2, 0, 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2, you need to remember this. Now let's look at some important questions from the previous year. So the first thing is, we need to evaluate 2 tan 45 degree cos 60 degree divided by sin 30 degree. This was asked in 2020 for 2 marks. You see, 2 marks. If you know the value of tan 45, cos 60, sin 30, how easy this would have been. It's just very easy question for 2 marks. 2020 it was asked. So what is tan 45? Tan 45 is 1. So we need to write it in steps also. We know tan 45 is 1. Then what is cos 60? Cos 60 is 1 by 2. What is sin 30? Sin 30 is 1 by 2 again. Sin 30 is 1 by 2 again, right? So 2 tan 45 multiplied by cos 60 divided by sin 30. How will you solve this part? 2 into 1. Tan 45 is 1. Substitute the values. Multiplied by 1 by 2. Sin 30 is again 1 by 2. 1 by 2, 1 by 2 will be getting cancelled. We will be left by only 2. With only 2. So 2 is the answer. So if you know the values very easily, these values if you know, cos 60 is 1 by 2, sin 30 is 1 by 2, tan 45 is 1. It is very easy for you to solve and easily you can get the 2 marks. So this trick you remember. If you remember this trick for remembering the sign, if you only remember for sign, anyway you can remember for sign, you can easily develop this table. And once you know the values, you can gain marks, score marks in your board exams. 2 marks easy. Yes. Let's move ahead. Let's see more questions. This was asked in 2023 for 1 mark. 3 by 4 tan square 30 degree minus 6 secant square 45 degree plus sin square 60 degree. Now tan 30. What is tan 30? Everyone type in the chat box. Tan 30 is equal to 1 by root 3. What is sec 45? Secant of 45. Cos 45 is 1 by root 2. Secant of 45 will be reverse of cos 45. So secant of 45 will be root 2 by 1, which is root 2. Sin of 60 will be root 3 by 2. Now let's substitute the values. 3 by 4. Tan square 30 degree. What is tan square 30 degree? 1 by root 3 the whole square. Minus secant root 2 square plus sin square 60 degree root 3 by 2 the whole square. Let's solve this. 3 by 4 multiplied by 1 by 3. Root 3 square is 3. 1 square is 1. 1 by 3. Root 2 square 2. Root 3 square 3. 2 square 4. 3 and 3 will get cancelled. We are left with 1 by 4 minus 2 plus 3 by 4. Let's solve this. 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4. What will be 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4? It will be 4 by 4. Yes or no? 4 by 4 minus 2. This will come out to be 2 minus 2, which comes out to be 0. Is this clear to you all? 1 by root 3, if you square, you will get 1 by 3. 1 by 3, if you multiply, 3 and 3 will get cancelled. 1 by 4, and this part is root 3 by 2. 3 by 4, 3 by 4 plus 1 by 4, 3 plus 1, 4, 4 by 4 is 1. My bad, just a second. This will be 1. I'm sorry for that. I hope someone you pointed the mistake. In fast calculation, this silly mistake should not commit. In the exams, you should not commit beta. Like I did over here, you should not do in the exam. 4 by 4 is 1, okay? 1 minus 2 is minus 1. This is very, very important. This silly mistakes do not do, okay? In hurry, do not do the mistakes, okay? So minus 1, which is option A, is the correct answer. Correct, Nadeem. Very good. Very good for pointing that out. This is correct. Minus 1 is the correct answer. I hope this is clear. Next question. 5 by 8 secant square 60 degree minus tan square 60 degree plus cos square 45 degree. Let's see how many of you are able to solve this. Try to solve this. I'll write the values. You try to find out the values. Cos 60. To find out sec 60, we need to know cos 60, right? What is cos 60? Cos 60 is 1 by 2. If cos 60 is 1 by 2, secant of 60 will be reverse of this 2 by 1, which is 2. Like this, you can remember. Tan 60 is root 3. You have to remember tan 60 is root 3. Cos of 45 is 1 by root 2. Very good. Nadeem is saying 1 by 2. Someone is saying 2. Let's try to solve this. 5 by 8. Secant of 60 is 2. 2 square multiplied by 2 square. Minus tan 60 is root 3. Root 3 the whole square. Plus cos 45 is 1 by root 2. So 1 by root 2 the whole square. Let's try to solve this. 5 by 8 multiplied by 2 square is 4. Root 3 square is 3 plus 1 by 2. So this will come out to be 4 2 times 5 by 2 minus 3 plus 1 by 2. Let me add 5 by 2 and 1 by 2 first because they have the same denominator. 5 by 2 plus 1 by 2 minus 3. This will come out to be 6 by 2 minus 3, which is 3 minus 3, that comes out to be 0. Correct? 0 is the correct answer. Option C, 0 is the correct answer. This is clear to everyone? So such questions have been asked continuously in the board exams for 1 marks. Next question. This was asked in 2024 for 1 mark again. This says cos alpha plus beta is equal to 0. Find cos alpha plus beta divided by 2. So a lot of students were not able to do this question. Previous year only this was asked. They were not able to do this question and they were saying that this is out of syllabus. Beta, this is not out of syllabus. Cos alpha plus beta is equal to 0. At what angle cos is 0? Can anyone type in chat box? At what angle cos is 0? Cos alpha plus beta is equal to 0. At what angle cos is 0? At 90 degree cos is 0, right? So instead of 0, I can write cos 90. Instead of 0, I can write cos 90, yes or no? Instead of 0, I can write cos 90. So cos alpha plus beta is equal to cos 90. This part is clear. Now, cos of this angle is equal to 90 degree, cos of 90 degree. So I hope alpha plus beta, or you can say that you can cancel this out. I hope everyone has understood that alpha plus beta is going to be 90 degree. Now let me explain. 2 ways. Okay, you can think of it like cos and cos you can cancel on both the sides. You can think of it in this way. Cos and cos you can cancel on both the sides, or you can think of it in this way. Cos of this angle is equal to cos of alpha plus beta is equal to cos of 90 degree. So in place of alpha beta plus beta, 90 degree is written. Therefore, alpha plus beta is equal to 90 degree. So how will you write the reason? You will write the reason that both the angles need to be equal, and then you will write alpha plus beta is equal to 90 degree. The reason for that is both sides cos is there. Okay. Now alpha plus beta we have found out is 90 degree. Then what will be alpha plus beta by 2? Alpha plus beta by 2 will be equal to 45 degree. 90 divided by 2 is 45 degree. Now let's find out what is cos of alpha plus beta by 2. This is nothing but cos of 45 degree, which comes out to be 1 by root 2, which is option A. Clear? Easy question. Let's move ahead. I hope this is clear. Everyone has answered this. Let's move ahead. Now let's understand some complementary ratios and trigonometric identities. Still here we have discussed the basics of trigonometric ratios. What are trigonometric ratios? Reciprocal ratios we have discussed. We have also discussed the value of trigonometric ratios at different angles, and we have solved a lot of questions which are important, giving in the context that your exam is on 10th of March. I have taken more previous year questions. Okay. Now let's quickly understand complementary ratios. There are certain ratios which are complementary of each other. There is a proof for this, but we are not going into that proof. We are quickly skimming through this in this quick recap. Sine of 90 minus theta is cos theta. Cos of 90 minus theta will be sine theta. For example, if I write sine of 30, I can say that sine of 30 is equal to, I can write it in this way. 30 degree can be written as 90 minus 60 degree. Everyone agrees with me? 90 minus 60 degree, we can write 30 degree as 90 minus 60 degree. If some angle is written in this way, 90 minus 60 degree, then we can say that the sine of 90 minus 60 is same as cos of 60 degree. Clear? This is what is important, and actually also sine 30 and cos 60 both are equal. Yes, sine 30 and cos 60 both are equal. Both are equal to 1 by 2 only. Correct? So this is what you need to remember. Sine and cosine are complementary of each other. Sine of 90 minus theta will be cos theta. Cos of 90 minus theta will be sine theta. Tan of 90 minus theta will be cot theta. Cot of 90 minus theta will be tan theta. And there are two more pair of complementary ratios, complementary trigonometric ratio, which is this. Secant of 90 minus theta will be cosecant of theta. Cosecant of 90 minus theta will become secant of theta. Okay. So this things you have to remember. Let's move ahead. The next important identity which is important for you all to remember is trigonometric identities. There are more trigonometric identities as well. For grade 10, these three identities: sine square theta plus cos square theta 1, From this, you can also derive two more things you have to remember, very important. Sine square theta is equal to 1 minus cos square theta. This also you have to remember, beta. Next, cos square theta is equal to 1 minus sine square theta. This also you have to remember. From the first identity, two more things have been developed. From the second one also you have to develop two more, and you have to remember that. You have to remember that secant of square theta is equal to 1 plus tan square theta. This is one thing. Then tan square theta is equal to secant square theta minus 1. These two things more can be derived from the second identity. The third identity, cosec square theta minus cot square theta, again will give you two more. One is cosecant square theta is equal to 1 plus cot square theta. This is important. The next is cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta minus 1. So these identities, if you remember these three fundamental identities, sine square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1, secant square theta minus tan square theta equal to 1, cosecant square theta minus cot square theta equal to 1, then you can easily derive in your exam itself the other identities, sine square theta equal to 1 minus cos theta and other, sec square theta equal to 1 plus tan square theta, or any other you want to derive. Okay. Now based on these two identities, the complementary ratios and the trigonometric identities, let's solve some important previous year questions. The first question is from 2020. This was for 1 mark, asked in MCQ. The value of theta for which cos 10 plus theta is equal to sine 30. How can we solve this? Cos of 10 plus theta is equal to sine 30. Both sides the trigonometric ratios are different, right? Both sides the trigonometric ratios are different. This is cos, this is sine. If both sides the trigonometric ratios will become same, then we can say that the angles are equal. If both sides trigonometric ratios are same, then angles are same. Then we can say angles are same, but both the sides the trigonometric ratios are different. How will we make this same? We know that cosine and sine are complementary of each other, right? Cosine and sine are complementary of each other. So in place of cos 10 plus theta, this you do not change. I will not suggest you to change this 10 plus theta, because already there is one unknown over here, right? Theta we have to find out. So do not change this 10 plus theta. Instead, you change the sine 30 degree, which is easy to change, right? The sine 30 degree is easy to change. Instead of sine 30 degree, I can write this in this way. Sine 30 degree is equal to 90 minus 60. I can write it in this way. 90 degree minus 60 degree. The same thing. 30 degree is 90 minus 60 degree. Now I will write cos 10 plus theta. I will use the identity and I'll write cos 90 minus 60, complementary ratios identity, and I will write sine 90 minus 60 is equal to cos 60. This is very, very important. Here you have to mention the reason as per. Sine 90 minus theta is equal to cos theta. Now cos 10 plus theta, cos 60, both the sides trigonometric ratios are same now. Both the sides are same, right? Yes, everyone can see this is same. This is cos, this is cos. The trig ratios are same. Now if the trigonometric ratios are same, what we can say? We can say that the angles are equal. 10 plus theta is equal to 60 degree. Now when 10 plus theta is equal to 60 degree, we can easily find out what is theta. Theta is equal to 60 minus 10, which is 50 degree. Clear? Option A is the correct answer. I hope this is clear. Very good, very good. A lot of you have written in the chat box already. 50 degree is the correct answer. Next question. Secant theta minus tan theta is equal to m. Then find the value of secant theta plus tan theta. What is the value? This was asked in 2024 for 1 mark. Now this is something which is very, very important. A lot of students were not able to solve this. So for this, I will start with the identity. We already know which identity can we use. Can anyone type in the chat box which identity we can use? Secant theta and tan theta, how are they related? How are they related? They are related. Yes, sir, this is related with secant square theta minus tan square theta, sir. I know that secant and tan are related with this identity which we have discussed. Secant square theta minus tan square theta is equals to 1. I know that. But how to use this to find out the value of secant theta plus tan theta? Because here both the square is there, right? For this you already know one more identity, right? You all know this, right? A square minus b square is equal to a plus b multiplied by a minus b. Yes or no? Yes, right. All of you are in grade 10. You know this a square minus b square is a plus b multiplied by a minus b. So instead of secant square minus tan square theta, I can write secant theta plus tan theta multiplied by secant theta minus tan theta. Yes or no? Yes, everyone is with me. Now secant theta minus tan theta already given in the question M. Secant theta plus tan theta we need to find out. This question has become easy, yes or no? Secant theta plus tan theta multiplied by M. Secant theta plus tan theta multiplied by M will be equal to 1. Now secant theta plus tan theta will be equal to 1 by M. Simple. Option C was the correct answer. Yes, correct. Option C is the correct answer. Okay, let's move ahead. Such questions for 1 marks. For 1 mark questions, you need to know faster ways. Fast ways to solve this. To solve the question. Because there is a longer way to solve this question as well. 1 mark question, you will not spend much time, right? You will spend more time on 2 marks, 3 marks, case study questions, 5 mark questions, long answer questions. For 1 mark question, you need not spend much time. A lot of students who do not know the fast ways to solve, they will be stuck in this, they will not be able to solve this, and they will solve it in some other way. They will write 1 by cos theta, sin theta by cos theta, so they will get confused. Okay. So this is the smart way, the faster way to solve this. Let's move ahead. The next question, let's see. Write the simplest form for 1 plus tan square a by 1 plus cot square a. This again was asked for 1 mark. So what will be the simplest form for this? Can anyone type in the chat box? How will we approach this question? We know 2 identities, right? This is 1 mark question. There is nothing much mind to apply. Board papers are set in such a way that 1 mark questions can be solved within 10 seconds if you know the concepts. Can you tell me what is 1 plus tan square a? You all remember, let me go to that identity slide. Yes, 1 plus tan square a. What is 1 plus tan square a, beta? Secant square a, right? What is 1 plus cot square a? It will be cosec square a. Yes or no? We can use that. 1 plus tan square a, we can write directly secant square a. 1 plus cot square a, we can write directly cosecant square a. Yes or no? We can directly write this. Now secant square a, in place of secant square a, we can simplify it further. Yes or no? We can write it as 1 by sin square, 1 by cos square a. 1 by cos square a. We can write cosecant square as 1 by sin square a. Correct. Now this will become 1 by cos square a multiplied by sin square a divided by 1, right? 2 ratios have been divided. 1 by cos square a divided by 1 by sin square a, multiply the reciprocal of 1 by sin square a on the top. This will become sin square a by cos square a. Not to further extend the solution, the answer is tan square a. Correct. MS, correct. Very good, MS. Tan square a is the correct answer. Let's move ahead then. Let's get to the tougher questions now. 3 mark questions. This is a 3 mark question. In the question which was asked in 2023, the given information was sin theta plus cos theta is equals to root 3. Find sin theta multiplied by cos theta. So how to use identities over here? Now a plus b is equals to this much is given. A into b is being asked. Sin theta plus cos theta is given. Plus b. 2 unknowns are given and multiplication of those unknowns is being asked. One algebraic identity which relates the sum and product. Can anyone type in the chat box? What is the algebraic identity which relates the sum of 2 unknowns with the product of the 2 unknowns? The sum of the 2 unknowns related to the product of the unknowns. Correct. The correct identity is this. A plus b the whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. Correct. This is the sum a plus b. It is related to a square plus b square plus 2ab. The product also is there. Sum is there. Product also is there. Yes or no? So let's use this. So let's use this over here. Sin theta plus cos theta is equals to root 3. Let's square on both the sides. Let me erase this. Let's square on both the sides. Let me see if I can add. Okay. Let's get back to this. Sin theta plus cos theta. Let me square this. Okay. I was just checking if I can add a blank slide over here. Let me do it in this slide itself. Okay. Sine theta plus cos theta the whole square is equal to root 3 the whole square. What did I do over here? Squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides. Let's squared on both the sides. Reasons I have written. A square plus b square will become sine square theta plus cos square theta plus 2 sine theta 2ab 2 sine theta cos theta is equal to root 3 square is 3. Now sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1. 2 sine theta cos theta is equal to 3. The reason for this, what is the reason for this? The reason you have to mention sine square theta is plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Now 2 sine theta multiplied by cos theta will become 3 minus 1, which is 2. So sine theta into cos theta will become 2 by 2, which is 1. Clear? 2 by 2, which is 1. 2 sine theta cos theta, 3 minus 1, 2. Sine theta cos theta will become 2 divided by 2, 1. Clear? So 1 is the answer. Step by step you have to solve. This was for 3 marks. This was for 3 marks. You need to know the correct identity which you can apply over here. How to solve, the way you have to solve, the problem solving approach needs to be known. This question indicates the problem solving approach which we at sisyaclass teach. When you look at a problem, which thing you have to use. So to solve this problem, we had to use this identity. So for every problem, we need to relate it to something. We need to break it into parts and we need to solve this. This is something which we already teach at sisyaclass. You can check the sisyaclass app as well. The app is live in App Store. If you use Apple iPhone, it's live in the App Store. You can download the sisyaclass app. You can find the link in the description as well. In the Play Store also we are present. Android app is also available. You can download, and right now the hottest course is the 1 week booster course. You can enroll in that course. It's just for 29 rupees. In 1 week you will enhance your subject knowledge, not only about mathematics, about science, but also coding and robotics also we are providing, and all the teachers we have are from top IITs and IITs. So you'll be getting a chance to learn from the top IIT and IIT teachers. Let's move ahead. The next question is this. 2023, this was again asked for 3 marks. Sine alpha is equal to 1 by root 2, cot beta is equal to root 3. Now you have been asked what is cosec alpha plus cosec beta. So in order to find this out, first is very easy. Cosec alpha, can anyone tell me the answer in the chat box? Some of you are replying in chat box. Cosec alpha is reverse of sine alpha, sir. Cosec alpha is 1 by sine alpha. So in place of cosec alpha, I can write 1 by sine alpha, right? Just a sec, let me use this eraser. So here I can write 1 by sine alpha. I'll write over on the top and I'll tell you sine alpha is equal to 1 by cosec alpha, or cosec alpha is equal to 1 by sine alpha. So cosec alpha will be equal to, correct, cosec alpha will be equal to root 2. So in place of cosec alpha, 1 by root 2 will be root 2. Now cot beta, how to get cosec beta out of this? So from cot and cosecant we have this relation, cosec square beta minus cot square beta is equal to 1. You all remember this? This was the identity which we discussed. This identity you all need to remember, right? So cosec square beta minus cot square beta is equal to 1. So cosec square beta will be equal to 1 plus cot square beta. What is cot beta? Root 3. So in place of cot square beta, I'll write root 3 the whole square. Cot beta is root 3, cot square beta will be root 3 square. So this will become 1 plus 4, 1 plus 3, which is 4. So cosec beta will become square root of 4. Square root of 4 is 2. So in place of cosec beta, I'll write 2. So the answer is root 2 plus 2. If you even want to refine your answer in final way, you can take root 2 common like this, because 2 is root 2 times root 2. You can take root 2 common and you can write your answer like this also. Clear? This can be the final answer, or this also can be the final answer. Clear? The whole thing is you need to know the relations. Reciprocal relation was used here. This was a reciprocal relation which was used over here to find out what is cosec alpha. To find out cot beta, I used the trigonometric identity cosec square beta minus cot square beta. This trigonometric identity I used. What to use where, if you know, you can easily solve and you will get the answer always. So this was asked for 3 marks and this is the correct answer. Let's move on to the next question. If A, B and C are the angles of triangle ABC, then show that cos B plus C by 2 is equal to sin A by 2. So we all know in this situation, it will be very difficult for you to solve if you do not know the approach, right approach. In this, the right approach is the most important, which we teach at Sisya class. Whenever you see look at a question, how to form a right approach. So for this, there are multiple approaches. The right approach we teach at Sisya, which is faster and smarter as well. Compared to what others teach, we are faster and smarter as well. So for this, the right approach is to frame a triangle and use the angle sum property. Let's use the angle sum property. According to the angle sum property, which I told you have to remember before we started, the angle sum property says that angle A plus B plus C is equal to 180 degree. Correct? According to the angle sum property, in a triangle, the sum of interior angles is equal to 180 degree. Now B plus C, what is B plus C beta? B plus C, A plus B plus C, B plus C will be equal to B plus C will be equal to 180 minus A. B plus C will become 180 minus A, yes or no? B plus C will become 180 minus A. Now here in the question, it is B plus C by 2, right? So let me divide by 2. Divide by 2 on both the sides, dividing by 2. If I divide by 2, I'll get B plus C by 2 is equal to 180 degree minus A by 2. This will become B plus C by 2, 180 by 2. This 2 will go to 180, 180 by 2, 90, A by 2, 90 minus A by 2. So this is something which I have from the angle sum property itself. I came to this point. B plus C by 2 equal to 90 minus A by 2. Now in the question, we have to show cos of B plus C by 2 is equal to sine of A by 2. So what I will do now, I'll take cosine of both the angles. On both the sides, I'll take cosine. Taking cosines, let me write it over here. Taking cosines, what will I get on both the sides? Cos of B plus C by 2 is equal to cos of 90 minus A by 2. Yes or no? Cos of 90 minus A by 2. Now here cos of B plus C by 2 is equal to cos of 90 minus A by 2 will become sine of A by 2. Clear? The reason for this is cos 90 minus theta is equal to sine theta. Both the ratios are complementary ratios of each other. Hence we have proved what we had to show, we have shown, right? Hence proved. Clear? Clear? So the approach needs to be very correct and very right. Let's move ahead. Let's look the next question. We need to prove that root of 1 plus sine A by 1 minus sine A is equals to ck plus tan A. This was asked again in 2020 for 3 marks. So given information is 1 plus root of 1 plus sine A upon 1 minus sine A equal to ck plus tan A. We need to prove this. Let's start from the LHS. Left hand side is equal to square root of 1 plus sine A upon 1 minus sine A. So what I will do is I will multiply, I'll rationalize this. How will I rationalize this? I'll multiply it by 1 plus sine A on top and bottom. Let me multiply by 1 plus sine A on top and bottom. If I multiply by 1 plus sine A, what will I get? 1 plus sine A upon 1 minus sine A. If I multiply by 1 plus sine A on top here, and I multiply by 1 minus sine A in the bottom as well, 1 plus sine A on the bottom as well, it's the same. 1 plus sine A by 1 plus sine A is 1 only. So if I multiply like this, I'll get 1 plus sine A the whole square on the top. In the bottom, I'll get 1 minus sine square A. And I'll get a under root as well. Now 1 minus sine square A is something which is equal to cos square A. Because sine square A plus cos square A is equal to 1. So cos square A will be equal to 1 minus sine square a. So in place of 1 minus sine square a, I can write cos square a. On the top, I have 1 plus sine a the whole square. Now this under root can easily be cancelled with this square terms. So 1 plus sine a the whole square, when it will come out of the under root, it will become 1 plus sine a. In the bottom, I have cos square a. When it will come out of the under root, it will become cos a. Now split this 1 by cos a plus sine a by cos a, which is 1 by cos a is secant of a, sine a by cos a is tan a, which is equal to RHS. Hence, you have proved this, right? LHS is equal to RHS, hence proved. That's it. Clear? So this was asked for 3 marks again. Clear? So in this, we use the approach of rationalizing the denominator. Once we rationalize the denominator, and we are easily out of the square root as well, and we also took the help of trigonometric identities as well as reciprocal ratios over here, and for tan a we used sine a by cos a. Clear? Let's move ahead. Now till here, all the questions from chapter number 8, all the types and varieties of questions which have been asked in your previous year papers, we have covered all of them. All of those questions we have tried to cover. The next is chapter number 9, which is application of trigonometry, heights and distances. So for this, there are 2 terms which are very, very important, everyone. There are 2 terms which are very, very important. The first term is angle of elevation and line of sight. So line of sight is the line according to which you view. For example, if I am seeing this point on the top of this building, if this line represents, this vertical line represents a building, if I am standing over here, I am seeing this top of the building, this line is known as line of sight. The ray which I am seeing like this, right, that is known as the line of sight. Now this line of sight will make an angle with the horizontal. This angle is known as angle of elevation. This line of sight will make an angle with the horizontal line. This horizontal line and the line of sight, the angle which they make, this angle is known as angle of elevation. Very, very important. The next term is angle of depression. Now suppose if I am standing on the top of the building, if I am standing on the top of the building and I am looking down at some car going on the road, if I am looking at a car going on the road, right? Some car is going down on the road, some truck is going, and if I am looking at that from top, this is my line of sight. This line is my line of sight. This line of sight, what angle does that line of sight make with the horizontal? This is the horizontal. This angle, beta, we term it as beta, is known as angle of depression, the second important concept. So angle of elevation, line of sight with the horizontal, angle of depression. Lot of students get confused that this angle is this one. It is not this beta. This angle is no, this is wrong. Wrong. This is not angle of depression. The angle of depression is this. This one is the angle of depression. This here. Between the line of sight and the horizontal. Between the line of sight and the horizontal, this is the angle of depression, which is very, very important. Let's move ahead now. Let's move ahead and solve some questions from this. So this was asked in 2022 for 3 marks. From a point on a bridge across a river, the angles of depression of the banks on opposite sides of the river are 30 degree and 45 degree respectively. So in order to explain, write this question in stepwise, what you will do is you will say, let this line represent the bridge. For example, if I'll make a diagram first. I'll make a diagram first over here. If I make a diagram over here, let's say this AB is the bridge. If this AB is the bridge, from a point in the middle, let's say this is that point. From a point in the middle, the angles of depression on the banks on opposite sides of the river are 30 degree and 45 degree respectively. So if I make a line over here, this is the shore, let's say. This is the shore. Okay. This angle is coming out to be 30 degree. It's given in the question. This is 30 degree. Okay. This angle, the other angle is here, is let's say 45 degree. This is 45 degree. Clear? It need not to be on the scale. Okay. This is 45 degree. Now, we need to find the width of the river. We need to find the width of the river. This is one shore. This point is one shore. This point is one shore. Now, if I join these 2 points, let's say this is E. correct? If I join these 2 points, this CD is equal to AB, CD is equal to AB, yes or no? The length of the river, the width of the river will be equal to the width of the bridge, yes or no? Correct? Now let me drop a perpendicular from E down here on the river shore, and let me name this point as F. Now let me write what I have made here. Let AB represent the bridge, AB represent the bridge, AB will represent the bridge, clear? Now E be the point, E be the point from which angle of depression is measured, clear? Is measured. E be the point from which the angle of depression is measured. So AB is the bridge, E is the point on which from which the angle of depression is measured, on the left side, on the right side, 30 degree, 45 degree, this is clear. CD is the river, CD represents width of the river, okay, width of the river, because bridge will be as long as the width of the river from one corner to the other corner, this river, clear? CD represents the river, clear? Till now it's clear. Drop a perpendicular from point E to F, drop a perpendicular from E to F, clear? This much information you have to write in your exam so that the examiner understands that whatever diagram you have made, what all line segments represents what all things. This is very, very important. After writing this information, you can write it in your own words as well, but this information needs to be present. Very, very important information. It has to be there in your paper. Very, very important, clear? Now drop a perpendicular from E to F. This is done. This is 90 degree, this is 90 degree, this we have made it clear. Now next important thing which we have to write it very clear straight away is AB is equal to CD. From figure AB is equal to CD is equal to 3 meters. It is mentioned in the question that, sorry, AB is equal to CD, which we have to find out is equal to the width of the river. This much you mention, okay? Now what is given? What other information is given? What other information is given? Let's write down. Given the height of the river, height of the bridge from the river is 3 meter. Height of the bridge from the river is 3 meter. So AC is equals to 3 meter, EF is equals to 3 meter. More importantly, EF is equal to 3 meter we have to write, since height from river is equal to 3 meter, clear? This much information you have to write. Now what I will do is I will erase the top information and I will try to solve over here itself, clear? Let me erase this part. The representation part needs to be present. It is very, very important. No, elevation and depression angles will be equal for similar cases, beta. Okay, MS has asked a very good question. Elevation and depression angles for a similar cases, if you see over here itself you can see over here, this is the angle of depression, this is the angle of elevation, clear? This will be equal, but that information is okay. However, we will not use it much, okay? That information is okay. You can use the transversal parallel lines, because the horizontal lines are parallel, they will be equal, but it depends on which context we are talking about. If the same person cannot be present at 2 points, right? In the top point, if some other person is looking at the other person, in the same scenario, angle of elevation and angle of depression will be equal. Clear? I hope I have answered your question, but mostly in lot of questions, you will be finding out using the properties of parallel lines and transversal, or angles on a straight line, linear pair properties you will be using. Okay, let's get back to this. Let me erase this part over here. And let's get back to solving this. From the figure AB is equal to CD, let this be equal to, let's say this is equal to D. Let's say this is equal to D. This distance is equal to D, let's say. Here. Got it? Now D is something which we need to find out in the question. Now for this, Angle AEF is 90 degree. Angle AEF completely is equal to 90 degree. This complete is equal to 90 degree because EF is a perpendicular from AB. Bridge is horizontal. River is also horizontal. Same way, this angle is also equal to 90 degree. Now let's use this information and let's find out what is the angle which is over here. This angle will be equal to 60 degree. Yes or no? This will be equal to 60 degree. This will be equal to 45 degree. 90 minus 45. Let me write this information over here. From figure we can write easily angle CEF is equal to 90 minus 30 degree, which is 60 degree. Clear? Angle DEF is equal to 90 minus 45 degree, which is 45 degree. This information once established, now we can move ahead to applying the trigonometric ratios to the triangles, right angle triangles CEF and DEF. Let's do that. Let me erase this portion over here and let's apply the trigonometric ratios in this. Yeah, so in triangle CEF, in right triangle CEF, if we were to find out tan 60, if I say tan 60, what is tan 60? EF is equal to 3 meter. Let me write over here, clearly mention over here, this height is 3 meter. Clear? This is important. Now, because that information got erased, I am writing it again over here. In triangle CEF, tan of 60 degree will be equal to opposite side. Opposite to 60 degree is CF. Opposite to 60 degree is CF. CF divided by EF. Adjacent side is EF. CF divided by EF. So CF is something which we do not know. EF is 3 meter. EF is 3 meter. So this will be equal to CF by 3. Clear? This part is clear. Now CF by 3 is equal to tan 60. What is tan 60? Tan 60 is root 3. Tan 60 is root 3. So root 3 is equal to CF by 3. This means CF is equal to 3 root 3 meter. 3 root 3 meter. So this much part is 3 root 3. From C to F, this much part is 3 root 3. Next is, we will use the same technique to apply in triangle DEF and we will find out the value of DF. Can anyone type in the chat box what will be the value of DF then? In triangle DEF, tan 45 will be equal to DF divided by EF. Yes. DF is something which we do not know. EF is 3 meter. Tan 45 is equal to 1. Therefore, 1 is equal to DF by 3, which means DF is equal to 3 into 1, 3 meter. So this much part is 3 meter. Clear? 3 meter, 3 root 3 meter. This much part is clear to each and every one of you? Yes. Now, what will be the total length or the width of the river? Will be equal to CD, which is D, which is equal to CF plus DF. Let's find that out. Let me write over here. Let me use a different color to write down the final answer over here. Width of the river will be equal to, my bad. Okay, I hope it got erased. Let's quickly get back. 3 root 3 and 3 root 3 and 3. This much was 3 root 3 and 3. So basically, if you add 3 root 3 and 3, you will get the answer 3 root 3 plus 3 meter. Clear? That will be the width of the river. Clear? So first we found out the value of this much part to be 3 root 3 using this triangle which gave us 60 degree. This was 3. Then one more triangle was on the right side, which the angle was 45 degree. This part was 3 meter. So total width was 3 root 3 plus 3, which is 3 root 3 plus 3 meter. Clear? Or you can write the answer to be 3 multiplied by root 3 plus 1 meter as well. This was asked for 3 marks. The next question is the angle of elevation of top of a building from the foot of the tower is 30 degree and the angle of elevation of the top of a tower from the foot of the building is 60 degree. If the tower is 50 meter high, then find the height of the building. This again was asked for 3 marks in 2022. Let's quickly understand. Let me draw. Always whenever you get heights and distances questions, the diagram is important. The explanation of diagram is also important equally. what does the diagram represent? These two things are very, very important. So first, let me draw the diagram here on the left side. Angle of elevation of top of a building from foot of a tower is 30 degrees. So let me draw the tower first. Let me draw tower. Tower will always be vertical with respect to the ground. So let me draw this. From here, if I find out the angle of elevation with respect to horizontal we take. So let me draw horizontal. Angle of elevation, I'll draw something towards the top of the building. So top of the building, let's say it is over here. Let me draw the building. So this is the tower, this is the tower, this is the building. Okay. This angle is equal to 30 degree. This angle is equal to 30 degree. Now the tower, when you look for the tower from the bottom of the building, angle of elevation of the top of the tower from the foot of the building is 60 degrees. So let me join these two. This angle over here, let me use a different color here. This angle, if we write it in blue, this angle is 60 degree. Yeah, this angle is 60 degree. The angle of elevation of tower's top from bottom of building is 60 degree. Building's top from bottom of foot of tower is 30 degree. This much information is given, and also one more thing is given, which is the height of the building, height of the tower, which is 50 meter, and we need to find out the height of the building. Yeah, height of the tower, let's say AB is the tower, CD is the building. Clear? Now we need to find out what is CD. What is CD? We need to find out. Clear? So let's understand. AB represents, let AB represent, let me write it in this way. Over here, let me erase this. First, I will draw, first step is to draw the diagram. After drawing the diagram, you will write let AB represent the tower, 50 meter height. CD represent the building. CD represent the building. Clear? Given information, we need to find out CD. Given information is angle CBD is equal to 30 degree and angle ADB is equal to 60 degree. This is given to us. And we need to find what is CD. CD is equal to question. This part we need to find out. So let's apply the trigonometric ratios and find out the value of CD. Let's first find out what is the value of BD. If we know what is the value of BD, we can easily find out what is CD. So in order to find out BD, what we will do is we will apply trigonometric ratio tangent in triangle ABD. In right triangle ABD from the figure, tangent of 60 degree is equal to AB by BD, opposite by adjacent side. AB is something which is 50 meters. BD is something which we do not know. Tan 60 is root 3. Root 3 is equal to 50 divided by BD. Now what will be BD? BD will become 50 divided by root 3. Clear? So this will become 50 divided by root 3. Is this clear to everyone? 50 divided by root 3. So once we have found out what is BD, it is very easy for us to find out CD as well. Because this 30 degree we know. Let's apply the same way. I will apply this technique in right triangle CDB. Tan of 30 degree is equal to CD divided by BD. BD we already know. Tan 30 is 1 by root 3. BD we already know is equal to 50 by root 3. So let's write CD divided by 50 upon root 3. Clear? Now CD will become equal to, what will the final value of CD? Let me erase this part and write this in green color over here. Let me write this over in green color over here. Let me erase this. So the CD will become 1 by root 3 multiplied by 50 by root 3. 1 by root 3 multiplied by 50 by root 3. Let me write over here. CD will become equal to 1 by root 3 multiplied by 50 by root 3, which is 50 over 3 meter. The final answer is 50 by 3 meter. This is the final answer. So the height of the building is 50 by 3 meter. You can simplify it, write the simplified decimal answer as well, and that will be the final answer. 16 point something will come. The answer will be 16.667. You can write it in that way also. 16 3s are 48, 16.67 meter also. This is the final answer. This is the final answer. I hope this is clear to each and every one of you. Let's move ahead. Like this, a lot of questions are there. One more question I'll show you. You can try this for yourself. The angle of elevation of top of a tower 24 meter high from the foot of another tower. This was asked for 5 marks. Very important. This was asked for 5 marks. Let me change the color and let's understand. Angle of elevation of top of a tower 24 meter high from the foot of another tower in the same plane is 60 degree. So angle of elevation of the top of a tower 24 meter high. Let's draw a tower 24 meter high. From the foot of another tower is 60 degree. Let me draw another tower here. This angle of elevation is 60 degree. This is 24 meter and this is 60 degree. This information we have now here. Clear? The angle of elevation of the top of second tower from the foot of the first tower is 30 degree. So this angle of the second tower here is 30 degree. This angle is 30 degree. Okay. Find the distance between the two towers and the height of the other tower. Also find the length of the wire attached to the top of both the towers. So this was for 5 marks. So the same process, but one extra thing which we have to find out is the distance between this wire which is attached over here, this black colored wire. So let me mark this A, B, C, D. Now again I will not write the same steps. I'll do it very fast for you all. AC, I think steps and all of those things is clear. AC represents the wire. AB is one tower whose height is not given to us. D is one tower whose height is 24 meter. We need to find out what is this, and what is the wire's length. Clear? We need to find out BD. BD is the distance between the towers. Distance between towers we need to find out. We need to find out the length of height of other tower. Height we need to find out. We need to also find out what is the length of AC. This all things we need to find out. So one extra construction I will do, and I'll do it with a different color over here. Let's take a blue color over here. Let me draw a line over here which is horizontal, and let's call this point to be E. Okay, this is the extra construction which I have done. We'll use it later to find out the length of the wire. Okay, let's come back and let's find out one by one. Okay, let's understand this. So this is 60 degree, this is 30 degree in triangle BCD, in right triangle BCD, in triangle BCD. If we say tan 60 is equal to CD by BD, CD by BD. Using this information, we can easily find out root 3 is equal to 24 divided by BD. So BD is equal to 24 divided by root 3. So this distance is 24 by root 3. First answer we have got. This 24 by root 3 we have understood. We have got the first answer. First answer done. Next thing. Let's apply the same rule in triangle ABD. In triangle ABD, tan of 30 degree is equal to AB by BD. Tan 30 is 1 by root 3. AB is something which we have to find out. BD is 24 by root 3. So what will be AB? AB will be 24 by 3, which comes out to be 8 meter. If you multiply 1 by root 3 multiplied by 24 by root 3, you will get 24 by 3, which comes out to be 8 meter. Clear? 8 meter. So this also we have found out. These two things are very easy to find out. Till here you can receive easily 3 marks. But the final thing which is very, very important, the length, also find the length of the wire attached to the tops of both the towers. This is the most important thing which only few students are able to find out. If you have seen how to do this, you will be easily able to find it out. Okay. Now, let's quickly try to find out the other angles. This AC is the part of this triangle AC. Yes, everyone agrees? Let me use a laser pointer to highlight this. This AC is the part of the triangle ACE. So we need to find out some angle which is in ACE. Yes or no? So let's find out. Let's try to find out the angles. Use this diagram. Let's indicate the angles in this complete process. So this is 30. This will become 60 degree. This is 60. This will become 30 degree. So this angles we know. This is 90 degree. Here this is 90 degree. Now can we find out this is 30. This is 30. So this is also 30 degree. Till here it's clear. Clear to each and every one of you. Till here it is clear to each and every one of you. This is 30 degree. This is 60 degree. Now this top CE is something which we need to discuss. Let's understand this over here. Now AC part done. AC is something which we need to find out. This angle is something which we need to figure out by finding out first what CE is. AE is equal to BD is equal to 24 by root 3. This part is clear. This part is clear. So this will become 24 by root 3. This will become 24 by root 3. Now this is 90 degree. This angle is 30 degree. This angle will come out to be 60, 30, and this angle over here CE, and you can easily find out this angle. And once you find out this angle, you can find out the ratio between this angle will be alpha. If this angle is alpha, then tan alpha will be equal to opposite side CE divided by AE. Clear? Once you find out what is CE and AE, and AC will be very, very easy for you to find out using sine alpha, which will be coming out to be CE by AC. And once you find out alpha, and you can easily find out what is AC as well. Okay. So till here, I hope everyone is with me and we can solve these questions very easily. And any questions you can drop in the comment box, and this is a homework for you. You can find it out and let me know what's the answer for this part AC. Try it out because we are running out of time. We'll be meeting in the next session as well. You find it out. This is your task to find out what is the length of this wire. Till here we have found it out. You need to find out, I have told you how to find out alpha. You find out alpha and figure out, use sine alpha and tan alpha to find out what is AC. Okay. So the next questions we'll be seeing in the next sessions. These questions I'm giving, you can take a screenshot of this. We will be visiting it in the next session. These all questions you can look at. This question was again asked in 2023, is a similar question as the previous question only. And one important announcement before we end this session, one important announcement is coordinate geometry session will be conducted tomorrow by Ahmed Sir, and most expected questions and shortcuts techniques he'll be taking for you all about coordinate geometry. So please do attend tomorrow's session around 6 p.m. same time. Please attend this session as well. And do not forget to like, subscribe our channel sisyaclass and share with your friends and family members. And more support we need. And sisyaclass is available on App Store as well. If you use iPhone, you can go to the App Store and you can download our app. And you can also go to the Play Store and download our Android app as well. And both the places we are available. Please like, subscribe and share our channel. And thank you. Thanks a lot. Any questions you have, please drop it down in chat box. I'll be waiting here for 5 minutes and then we can end this. Okay.